Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about airsoft ballistics. I would like to say that this app is a good baseline and it's not end it all be all, aka the Holy Bible. But I have tested it in real life to see how it holds up, and it's very close to the results I get in real life to the same results I get on the app. So take everything with a grain of salt, lean back, enjoy the video. Don't think everything this app shows is 100% correct, because it's not. But it's very accurate. Thanks for watching. YouTube, there's no magazines, it's airsoft toys, it's replicas, they're fake. Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about the good old question of a 0.40 or 0.50 or a heavier BB hurts more than a lightweight BB. And today I've actually written a script to my thing. The way I want to talk about it is that I'm going to try to be as theoretical and statistical as possible when I try to explain these things, and I'm going to try to use as much data as possible to try to explain the ways I'm thinking. So for today's test, we're going to be comparing 0.28s to 0.40s. 0.28 is what most people use in the world, and I'm using 0.40. 0.40 is obviously a way heavier BB, and some people say it hurts more. So I think we should sit here, talk about it, find out, does this 0.40 actually hurt more than a 0.28 gram BB? Well, I guess we'll find out when you watch this video. Since the ballistic coefficient is the same and the size and shape of the bullet is consistent, then the only thing that's changing for traveling in air is the weight. And a heavier object carrying the same energy will keep the energy longer. Today I'm going to try to explain why. So when we are talking about BBs, we're not talking about Norwich full thrust kit. We're talking about a normal standard, is it 5 point whatever something millimeter BB, like a 6mm BB. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So the only thing that changes is always the same size. The only thing that's going to be changing during this video when we're talking is the mass of the flying projectile, aka BB, okay? There's this thing that people always say that a heavier BB hurts more than a lightweight BB. Well, does it actually hurt more? Not really, but yes. So let's talk about 1 joule, for example. Just 1 joule. It doesn't matter. 200 joules, it doesn't matter. 1 joule will always be 1 joule if you're using 0.50 or 0.20. So to boil it down, 1 joule will always be 1 joule no matter what weight or whatever BB you're using. The only thing that matters is the mass. Mass, only 6mm, so it's always the same size. In this case, the amount of mass that's moving will in theory never hurt more if 1 joule is 1 joule. But since a heavier BB will keep its mass at a higher speed for a longer time, it will end up hurting more. But no, it doesn't hurt more than 1 joule. It just carries itself better through air and all these different things. So obviously a 0.28 will have a shorter radius, aka range, and the bullet will not be carried as well throughout the air as the 0.40 will, but I will use the app to show that. Since a lot of people has been talking about that I'm using very high joules in these videos where I'm showing stuff, the amount of joules or whatever I'm using, it really doesn't matter, okay? This is all just theory. It's a look at this is the baseline, it could be this. It's not end it all be all, okay? So since I said we're gonna use 1 joule, let's set up for 1 joule. It's 1.16 joule. I think that's like actually standard for a lot of places. So 1.16 joule, let's try to keep that in mind with 0.28. Let's get a effective BB hop. That's around here. So 1.0 joule, 1.16 joule. So here you can see we set it up now. And the way we're gonna have to think about it, when we look here, we can see the distance. And it measures from distance for how much the BB drops in speed. I would like to show how much it drops. So at 10 meters, the 1.1 joule is already down at 0.70 joule. We go to 20 meters. At 1.1 joule when it leaves the BB gun, the BB replica, it's already at 0.40 joules. So as you can see, it's dropping super fast. At 30 meters, it's at 0.24 joule. And at 50 meters, I think that's going to be our end point today. We're going to talk about 50 meters to 50 meters and extend, I guess. And to 50 meters, it's at 0.08 joule, which is surprisingly low. So when you're hitting people at 50 meters, you're hitting someone with 0.08 joule. As you can see here, the BB is not hitting you with a lot of impact. Like, it is very little impact because you're using such lightweight BB. So now let's try to do the same thing from 10 to 50 meters with a 0.40. Here we go, pretty much the same joules. Now we're using 0.40. When it leaves the airsoft gun, it's 1.1 joules again, like last time. So now at 10 meters, 0.8. 20 meters, 0.56. At 30 meters, 0.39 joule. Let's go all the way to 50 meters. At 50 meters, it's 1.19 joule. And the other one was at 0.0 something joule, 0.0 something joule. So now we can be like, oh, wow, okay. So if a 0.28 and a 0.40 at 50 meters, it's about 0.08 extra joules you are actually being hit by, like the impact. That's almost not measurable, but to the human body, it does feel kind of different. I've been shot with someone who uses the same joule as me with a lightweight BB, and it slows down much faster because a lightweight BB obviously get affected by air, it get affected by rain, bushes, all this stuff. And if they're using lightweight BB, it actually doesn't hurt as much. Well, also when you're using a lightweight BB, you're sacrificing range and accuracy, you're sacrificing a lot of things, and that's where rolls come in, because as I'm always free BB weight, I can use the most heavy BB I want. Obviously it makes my airsoft replica way better than maybe it should be. It makes things unfair, but hey, that's the rules here at least. But then, when you go to 0.40, as you can see here, I don't know where I'm putting it on the screen, somewhere here, it's at 0.19 joule, which is actually 5 joule more or something like that. I'll put the accurate number more, which is actually a lot of more impact. So it makes sense that people say a 0.40 or a heavier BB hurts more than a lightweight BB. It hurts more when it hits you at a further distance because the bigger mass, heavier BB, will be able to carry its mass longer because it's not affected as much by air, the Magnus effect, and all of these things. The pure ballistics of the 6mm BB, let's not try to make it as huge crazy science things, it's obviously not that difficult or like that advanced, but a lot of people don't understand. And when I'm sitting here and talking about it now, I'm trying to see if I can actually share my thoughts about it properly. But as you could see, the 0.40 carries its weight much further. It's also got longer range, obviously. It's going to be able to hop way longer because I'm using a heavier BB now without the overhop and all that stuff that we already talked about. Use the most heavy BB you can use for your roll and your field to get the best and most efficient hop. The most effective range. We already talked about that before. That's why I made all the videos before. Effective range, effective hop, all these different things, you know. So now, when people say, okay, does a heavier BB hurt more? A heavier BB will always be 1 joule. If it shoots, as in this example, 1.1 joule, it will never get over the 1.1 joule because when we measure it, we obviously measure with the BB we're playing and the hop we are playing with, like it's actually set up for gameplay. So if you're using 0.28, it's set up for that when you're playing, when you get chronoed. As when you're using the heavy BB, you don't just swap around because that is actually cheating the chrono and you should get thrown off the field. Because then you're gonna try to shoot hot or, you know, whatever. That's no good. So if we're assuming that you're actually following the rule, you're being chronoed with the BB and you're at 1.1 joule, the 0.1 joule would be 0.1 joule with 0.28s or 0.40s. So that means that it's never gonna hurt more. Well, to what extent does it start to hurt more? As you could clearly see before, the 0.40 takes over quite fast. There's always been this, let's see when the heavy BB takes over in range, like in impact. So, okay, so let's talk about when does the heavy BB start to hurt more? Well, if we're comparing 28s versus 40s, at 30 meters, you can see here, at 30 meters, a 0.40 is 0.39 joule, 0.39 joule. If you go to a 28 at 30 meters, 0.41 joule. Well, the heavy BB is already flying faster, and it is hurting twice as much, because this is 0.24 and the other one was 0.39, so it's already hurting more. So actually, already found out at 25 meters it hurts more already. So at 25 meters, a 0.40 already hurts more than a 0.28. When I was talking about it with my friends, I was like, it must be way longer out at 40 meters, 50 meters. That's probably where the heavy BB starts hurting more. Well, no, right here, 24 meters, as you can see, it's hurting 0.32 joule with the 28s. Let's do with the 40. As you can see, the heavy BB is already 0.47 joule. Like, it's already hurting so much more. If we go to maybe 15 meters, 0.68 joule, oops, 15 meters, it already hurt more. So, there's a lot of this speculation on the internet. When does a heavy BB hurt more? People say, it must be such a long distance. Well, it turns out, I'm actually surprised here myself. That's why I kind of look a little bit confused. I'm super surprised. Well, let's try 10 meters. 10 meters, 0.69 with 28. At 10 meters, it already hurts more. It's like way more. So let's try at 4 meters, 1.01 joule, 1.01 joule. 4 meters, it already hurts more. So when we talk about when does a heavy BB hurt more, pretty much instantly. A heavy BB hurts more very fast. You can literally see it right here. At 5 meters, it hurts more. It was 4 meters before. Let's see here. It's the same. Surprisingly fast. I did not expect the heavy BB to hurt more at 0.1 joule already at 4 to 5 meters. So when we come to this 1,000-year-old talk, when does a heavy BB hurt more? Pretty much instantly. It was literally just proving in the app. That's kind of surprising. Well, so we learned it already hurts more at 4 meters, which is kind of crazy. I didn't expect that. But it also shows that mass is a huge difference in airsoft. So when you're using a heavy BB, not only is it keeping the mass and speed much longer, it overtakes it much faster. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. So going from 0.28 to a 0.40 will give you more accuracy, be more stable. It's gonna hurt more because it carries the weight more. It's never gonna go over the 1.1 joule as we talked about, but it will carry the weight, so the impact will have a harder feeling. They'll be able to feel it harder. So when you're not using 0.28s or 0.25s, 0.20s, whatever you're using, if you're actually using a heavy BB, there's a bigger and more likely chance for them to actually call it. So not only you using heavier BBs, you're gonna get more accurate shots, it's gonna be more consistent, it's gonna be way more fun, your gun is just gonna perform better. People are actually also gonna call it because they're gonna feel it more. That's a big bonus, right? Going back to the very first thing I said, I'm gonna read it again. Since ballistic coefficient is the same and the size and shape of the bullet is consistent, then the only thing that's changing for traveling in air is the weight. And a heavier object carrying the same energy will keep energy for longer. I just showed that with an app. So 1.1 joule with 0.40 or 0.28 will always be 1.1 joule. The heavier BB will hurt more because it's carrying the weight better. It's not affected by air as much, it's not affected by humidity. Yes, humidity does a huge thing to your bucking and all kind of stuff, but I'm not going to go into that. So now we have to talk. Does a heavier BB hurt more? It carries the weight more and therefore will keep the speed at a longer rate. Already at 5.4 meters, it holds the speed or the impact way better, so it hurts more. So yes, a heavier BB does hurt more, but it's not going to go over the 1.1 joule as we spoke about. It's very important I say that so many times, because I feel like otherwise people are going to miss the point of what I'm trying to say. Because people say, using a heavy BB is just to hurt people. No, it's not. It's to get more accuracy, better range, better efficiency. People are going to call it easier because it's actually going to hurt more. So now you're not doing it to hurt people as long as you're following the rules. So, yeah, that's not really a thing, right? I've written this. This is very important because I've had a lot of comments. I had like 120 comments in the last 2 videos. So this is very important. Take everything with a grain of salt in this video. It's not the Holy Bible, but just me using the data I have been given and the airsoft knowledge I have gotten over the years, and to try to use the app and test things for yourself in real life to see if it lines up with the accurate results I have gotten. Maybe you can use it for future projects. When you build future guns, you can test, okay, will this actually be good? Instead of saying, I feel, I think, I believe, blah, blah, blah kind of thing, feely craft. When you make a test or you go to Facebook, say, I've tested it, I've used this app backs up my data, it backs up everything I have, great success. So yeah, let's share some good information to the community. Let's try to educate each other, because each day I have someone coming into my Discord. Join my Discord, it's an awesome ass community, by the way. Each day I have someone coming in my Discord saying something about my video, trying to explain me something like, oh wow, I didn't know that, that's quite nice. So each day I learn something and it gives me video ideas, and a lot of these videos now made, the last 3 videos now plus this, that's to educate, because I get asked those questions all the time, and often when I get asked these things, I have no idea what to answer you. So I sit down, read up on the material, talk to my friends. I have a very nerdy friend who makes a PowerPoint about everything. He's pretty, I'm not going to say more about that. I cannot stroke his ego too much, that Swedish traitor. But I talk with him about stuff, and we always come up with fun ideas and good things and great information. So yeah. Take everything with a grain of salt this video. Does a heavier BB hurt more? Yes, already at 4 meters, so great success. Anyways, do this as I did in the video. Share your results so it can be replicated, because this in this video can be replicated. So other people can get the same results too and say, oh, Kaslab, you are freaking stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, you might be right. But hey, at least I'm trying, okay? So, yeah. Remember to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Please start a discussion in the comments saying, Kaslab, this is so blah 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 blah, or this is so good, or join my Discord and rage at me because it's more interactions. Follow my Instagram. Oh yeah, by the way, subscribing to my YouTube channel will be very nice, but you can subscribe and become a member of the channel, of the YouTube channel, where you give a small fee a month. You don't get anything for it right now. I don't do like member only videos and stuff. Like, I would like to do stuff in the future, but YouTube is really cocking my channel with all the ads, and that incentive is kind of ruining it. I'm not doing this to make money, but it would definitely help with new equipment and stuff, because most of my shit breaks all the time. So yeah, anyways, I love you all. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. And YouTube, there's no magazines, it's airsoft toys, it's replicas, they're fake, and I love you all. Peace.